Welcome back to our coverage of this PGA Tour event, already in progress. We're heading back out to the third hole. Let's get into it. Going with the 5-wood. This would be a great up and down from this spot. Ooh, that almost went down. Well, I hope he makes this one. It's for par.
This looks like it's got the speed and the line.
That gets the job done. So no movement there. The player remains at even par.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
The 4th at TPC Boston, Rich. A great short par 4.
Players looking to make birdie or better. The only difficulty is finding that front bunker. That's when big numbers can be had. For sure, birdies galore.
Hello and welcome back to our coverage of this PGA Tour event already in progress. We're picking up action at the 4th. Let's get cracking. Second shot here on the 4th. And here we are with the third shot. 2 strokes off the lead. Wow, that was handy holding out from there. And that will move him up the leaderboard as well. And let's have another look at that one.
Great feel, great judge, great speed. Yeah, I like this.
Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. And they'd be feeling buoyed with confidence after that birdie. Here's a good chance to maintain the momentum.
Dog legs from right to left. The big danger here is the green. 3 different tiers on this green. Find the correct one. You'll have a birdie opportunity. Miss it, and it's going to be a difficult 2-putt.
And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
Setting up here from about 145 yards. What a drive that was. They've chosen to club down here. This player showing 0 signs of any nerves as they play against their rival and playing partner, Tiger Woods. What a fantastic approach.
This is a par putt. Well, it was a wonderful approach shot, wasn't it? But unfortunately having to settle for par.
Couldn't convert after 2 good shots there. Disappointment as they're so close to the lead. Come on, ball. Don't deny him.
That's a fine effort, that one. You always want to putt those ones stone dead. And currently leading this tournament is Tony Finau. Lovely playing. Let's see what happens here on the 6th.
Bunkers down the right-hand side are a nuisance. The pond fronting the left part of the green should not come into play if players find the fairway off their tee shots. Second shot to a very flat green. You can get it close, but still difficult on this long par 4.
Yeah, that one will play. Golf became a power game, and there's few players out on tour that have more prodigious power than Tony Finau. If he really wants to go full tilt, Rich, it feels like everyone's playing for second.
He is a dynamic player that has the ability to make birdies in bunches. The ball striking, I think, is always going to be brilliant. Watching him when he was on the Korn Ferry Tour, graduated to the PGA Tour, and just keep watching this steady progression. Each and every week, he just seems to get a little bit better, and the confidence level is over the moon with this kid. And to bundle it all up, Luke, he's one of the nicest guys in the world. You want to root for a Tony Finau. He is such a likable, lovable guy, I believe, that you can't help but root for him. And the wins that he didn't get are just heartbreaking, and we felt the pain alongside with him. I love watching this guy play. I root for him every single week.
This one's for birdie.
These are on rails, looking good.
Beautiful shot. And that will take him to 2 under. And on the leaderboard, they currently sit second behind the talented Tony Finau.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Oh, that's a sweet-looking swing, that one. Well, Rich, it's become a bit of a new age thing on tour. A couple of rivalries that heat up on social media. We've seen a number of other players that call each other out. What have you made of this social media age?
Well, you better have thick skin if you're going to get into the social media arena. Thankfully, they didn't have it when I was out there on tour because I don't know if I could handle it. I certainly couldn't be trusted with it back then. But I think if you're going to go into that arena, you have to treat social media like it's just something that it's fun to do. If you do go down that rabbit hole in social media, you better be prepared for the consequences.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Yeah, they've left it in the perfect spot here, just below the hole. They can be aggressive up the hill.
Surely it's going to.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Here's a putt to move into a share of top spot on the leaderboard. Heading to the next hole, and this player is currently in a share of the lead with Tony Finau.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
Going with the 5-iron here. Bad got a little out of control, I think.
Wind is absolutely swirling in this part of the golf course.
Well, every week there's a certain bunch of players that everyone keeps an eye on. This one seems to be exactly in that company. One of the strong favourites to win, don't you think, Rich?
It's never a surprise when you speak this player's name. They've been so good all year long. They've got to be one of the favorites, not only for this tournament, but also for the season-long FedEx Cup.
Well, that's a momentum maintainer. Well done. Why don't we catch up with our man in the hot seat, Tiger Woods?
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Oh, what a touch of class. Holds it from the sand. So after that effort, this is what the leaderboard looks like. Here we find ourselves on the tee of a par 4.
Ninth hole, bunkers down the left will not come into play, and this green sits below the players on their second shot. We have seen birdies made here in the past, but they are really difficult to come by. Nicely done.
Sitting at -3, currently tied for top spot. Well, that certainly makes putting a lot easier when you can hit a shot like that. A good opportunity here, just 6 feet to the hole. Ooh, nice line. Nice one. 4th birdie of the day. And that will take him to 4 under. Well, this is when the knees start to knock. The sweat starts to appear on the palms of your hands, Rich. Just a slender lead with 9 to play.
Luke, so far, it's been entertaining watching these two go head-to-head. Not too sure exactly how this is going to play out. But so far, so good. Love watching these two compete. No harm, no foul there with that shot.
Rich is one of the rare players to ever tame the Tiger in a major championship. How did you manage to do it?
Taming him, that's a big stretch there. You know, I did it because I never had to play with him. I was fortunate enough to not be paired with him the 3rd round, nor in the final round when I was paired with Justin Leonard. And going back to the comments about the roars, you know, not knowing that was him making those birdies. You assumed it was, you couldn't deny that it was, but not knowing, it was a lot easier to say, well, that was Fred Funk, who he was playing with in the final round, who was having such a great week as it was. It was easier to deflect that a little bit. I think if I would have played alongside him, I think things might have been a little bit differently because he does bring a different energy And sometimes it can be uncomfortable. But when you start hearing those roars going up and you're playing with them, well, you know exactly what's going on. But when you're not playing with them, I was able to kind of deflect what he was actually doing, and I was fortunate.
Oh, trying to work a little draw into this flag.
Yeah, not a bad shot, that one.
Slim chance for a birdie, but in all reality, 2-putt for par would be just fine.
Oh my, how about that for a par?
And now this is why you can never get comfortable, even if you're leading a PGA Tour pro. This is what they do. They mean business.
This putt coming up is for birdie.
Short game has been absolutely fantastic today.
Okay, steady now. Just 3 feet to the cup. And in it goes for the par. Leading by a shot after that hole. Here we have a long par 4. It's going to take 2 great shots to get on.
Par 4, 510 yards. It is a brute. Those bunkers down the right-hand side are a natural attraction for wayward golf balls. Second shot is down the slope. A big, deep, gaping bunker on the right-hand side will also find its fair share of golf balls. All in all, just a tough hole, to say the least.
Going with a 3-wood here.
All right, going with a little bit more club. Let's see.
Oh, absolutely flushed. And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard. Oh, that's too bad. 3 feet to go here to the hole.
This is what they have left for par.
Now heading over to Tiger Woods.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Wow, that almost went in the hole. Straight out of the top drawer.
You better believe it is great stuff to watch.
The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Let's see what happens here at the 13th.
Tee shot up the hill to a blind landing area. Second shot is to a green that is surrounded by a cavern of bunkers. If you miss all those and find the green in 2, then you'll have a decent look at a birdie 3.
From about 100 yards.
Wind is blowing from right to left here. Wants to work it against the wind.
This looks to be hit pretty well from where I'm standing. Oh, what a lovely shot. He'll be delighted to be inside the range there.
There's a long way, but I tell you what, I've seen it happen before, so there's a chance.
He's on a good line. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. Why don't we catch up with what Tiger Woods is up to?
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? Lovely touch. Well played.
Just eyeballing that one, trying to make it.
Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. Let's see what happens here at the 14th.
Fairway sweeps from right to left down the hill. Should you find the fairway, you'll have a decent look at finding the green in 2. but I've got to say it is a difficult par 4, and you'd be happy to walk away with that score.
From around 220 yards.
Back into the wind. They need to flight this one down.
Opting for the 5-wood. You love watching people play the game when it's like this. It looks so easy.
Dare I say, Luke, this player has been in fuego with his approach shots. Another green in regulation.
Oh, good look at birdie here. Oh, just missed. Just a tiny putt is all that remains. After that hole, this player is currently in first place, with Colin Morikawa in second. Welcome to the tee of a par 4.
Par 4, and a fun little par 4 at that, just 421 yards from the back. Fairly generous fairway, but a green that can provide some entertainment as there's some different swales in the green, and your golf ball can go a-wandering if you're not careful.
Sitting at 5 under for the day. Currently in the lead. Going with the pitching wedge here. Terrific shot into the 15th and a chance for birdie.
Luke, nothing gets past you. Yes, this kid is a stud.
Didn't that look good for a long time? Very crafty, that shot.
Gotta say, his short game is phenomenal.
It's just about 3 feet away. And with that putt, now it's 6 under with a few to play.
And with just a slim lead coming down that stretch, anything can happen.
On the tee of a par 3.
Watch out for this green. There's a large shelf on the right-hand side. If it's up there, good luck getting it close. And whatever you do, don't be silly and hit it left in the water. That's just a bad shot.
Good shot there.
Outside chance of the birdie, but a 2-putt here is still good.
Didn't quite have the right stuff there. Well, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. Oh, so close. Well, the leader giving a little hope for the rest of the field there as they put down a bogey on the scorecard. He's currently in a share of top spot. We have a par 4 on this one.
Dog leg from right to left. Second shot is down the slope. Lots of bunkers on this hole, but should you avoid them and find this sliver of a green, then birdie will be on your mind.
Well, Rich, the 17th hole at TPC Boston. I think the most important thing is positioning your tee shot so you can get a clear look at the green here.
A very narrow green, actually bisected in two by Santa Claus's belly, thus the size of it. Find the right level, you have a birdie opportunity.
Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. Attaboy, good shot. Trying to get to 6 under now with this putt.
This is their look at birdie.
Ooh, right by the hole. There's a putt of about 6 feet coming up.
So far, so good.
Nice little putt to hole, that one. Why don't we catch up with our man in the hot seat, Tiger Woods?
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival, Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
What a shot! Almost went in the bucket. So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Of all the finishing holes on the PGA Tour, Rich, there's plenty that feel that TPC Boston could be right up with the very best of them.
Long hitters are looking to take it down the left-hand side and get the extra chase on the golf ball down the slope. That'll leave them with a very short second shot to a dangerous green, big deep bunker right, and a large hollow on the left-hand side. Birdies and eagles have been made before, but so have sixes and sevens.
Nicely done. Playing from around 240 yards. Currently tied for the lead. Opting for the 3-wood. A big moment here. If he gets this up and down, he'll win the event. Ooh. Well, that was an absolute beauty, particularly out of that lie. This is always a good moment. A putt to win the tournament. Well, you've got to take your hat off to them, Rich. Just an outstanding performance this week.
Absolutely. All tournament long, they just played outstanding golf. Hats off to them.
And Rich, I think you mentioned earlier that this player was your favourite. Well picked.
Listen, it's not a hard pick, is it? This player has consistently been there all season long. There's no reason why not to pick them to win. They just make me look smart. That's about it.
I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam, and on behalf of all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's goodbye for now.